Okay. All right. So, overall, what's your working experience with Dr. Yinka Ayefele? Overall,
Mixed feelings.
Mixed.
Mixed feelings.
But
Mixed feelings of unmet expectations, unmet promises, but also is Fresh FM.
now,
Where I
how
work
did
for
you
7.5 years.
get that Fresh FM job?
Pekunlo Ede Flexi.
Okay.
So we were in the uni together. I was ahead of him in the uni. Then even when he was in Splash, when he was in GM in Splash, I was heading along the line. I got another logistics job in Ibadan that was into transportation. You know that me, I believe with mathematics, just be relevant to eke out a decent living, you know. So we're meeting as professionals. And then, he left Splash, he returned to Lagos, then he went to Glam FM. Then he came one day, just called me. Look, what are you doing in the next 3 months? You know, there are some people that will ask you some questions, deep questions, that your response to them, I just come up with, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you planning for the next 6 months? So when I answered, look, a year ago, this was the same answer you gave me.
Can you response?
Like I said, I went to meet him when I had to leave. I paid the month's salary in lieu of notice because I'm a process person.
So why didn't you just wait for that month to?
Because I knew it won't make me leave. It won't allow me to leave.
But
I was head of HR.
You were having your back
and I had seen other people wanted to leave, who were not allowed to leave.
Okay.
Directly or indirectly, one way or the other. To get better.
Once we talk, man.
Yes, because no, I'd work with the boss when you work with the boss, you know he's thinking. So even when I left, and where I went to, I met a dead end. I knew that wow.
But where you went to, I want only on you out of Fresh FM. The
story for another day.
No, let's tell this story today. Only on you.
These are things that made me cry as a man. Agbalẹ̀ tuntun máa sọ fún mi pé nǹkan pa mí lẹ́kún, mo jókòó, nǹkan pa mí lẹ́kún. With all sense of modesty, I've been in situations of life and death. Me, sunkún. As a student activist, I was in Yagogu for 7 weeks. Here. As a student activist, one more aloja from student union. It was all in all this of purpose. Student union Ilorin, Okekura, maximum prison. 8 weeks. Me, but that's what shook me most was that she got on pay on me. I when I spoke to her, Akeem, cause you was supposed to go to Africa Yeshua. People at the end of the agreement they were concealed. You want to university to man conceal, the man sign, you want HR to man document everything. You want to communicate meeting, you want to communicate the next meeting, me want to communicate. Anyone, well, we see that we want just on go to job. I walked away and I promised, and since 2023, I've not spoken to this in any medium. A lot of innuendos in the social media, Ebu, kò sí Ebu tó ń bú mi. Last university, mo ti ní thick skin. I fear my creator, I fear the data, and I fear my conscience. And I don't break any known law. Once I satisfy my creator, my conscience don't break any law, I can damn any consequence. So I walked away. It was not an easy thing to do. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan go la daya labi, ọjọ́ kan pè mí. Wọ́n ní bàbá, ẹ máa ń sunkún. Mo ní sunkún kẹ̀, but I was actually crying. It was humiliating.
It was
humiliating. Especially for the person who was coming from.
They expected.
Somebody I've used all my lifelines for. In the past. And at the critical moments. Just turns me off like a piece of shit, a piece of rag.